My name is Nadia, I'm from Italy, and I had rhinoplasty with FLYMEDI about a year ago. So I read many articles and I've done so much research, and they all basically directed me to Turkey because of the price point as the most important. The prices here are much cheaper than the other countries, whether European or England or even the United States, and definitely much cheaper than my country. And then when you compare the quality of the services you're getting and the quality of the doctors to the prices that you're paying for, it's actually a great deal. So I did many research and I've heard many stories, I've read many experiences that other people had, and they've all basically recommended Turkey. So that's how I decided it's where I want to come. So we're on our way to the clinic. I'm gonna meet the doctor for the first time. I'm gonna have my first consultation and I'm gonna tell him what I want, and hopefully after that we'll head to surgery. About FLYMEDI when I decided to do my rhinoplasty in Turkey, because I heard about the great doctors and the prices here are much better. So I basically just googled rhinoplasty in Turkey, and the first thing that came up was FLYMEDI, and then I just clicked on it, and it was very simple. It was very easy. You just choose the clinics that are more appealing to you, and you inquire, and then they just get back to you, and that's how it all started. FLYMEDI is what I call a good decision. I approached them to help me with my plastic surgery about a year ago, and they were extremely helpful. They assisted me throughout my entire process, and it was basically the reason that I ended up having my rhinoplasty. So I did have problems breathing prior to the surgery. In my sleep, I would always feel congested and I would just not breathe correctly, and I didn't really think it was possible to correct them both at the same time. But once I met my doctor and once I had the physical examination, he was like, you actually have deviated septum, and I will correct it at the same time as your surgery, which was basically amazing. And now it's much better. It's honestly life-changing to be able to sleep and not worry about, you're not breathing properly or snoring and such things. So it's life-changing for me. It was amazing.
You have a little bit septum deviation each side. Okay, we correct the septum deviation because it's procedure functional and the aesthetic procedure. The other problem, the teeth definition. Okay. Attractive.
Can my nostrils be smaller?
Yes.
They're so open.
How is it so?
It's fine. But my nostrils, I really want that small.
Yeah,
I feel like they're so big.
But after
so
the
open.
procedure, it's more smaller. But I don't make anything to your nostril, but it will be more small.
Eventually it will.
Yes. Because we don't make a cutting procedure here because it's not very wide.
Yeah.
Only we elevated your nasal tip. Normally,
So we won't cut it?
it's before the surgery. A little bit like this. Okay?
Huh?
And then this one, more similar. Okay. For example, can I close it?
Yeah, of course.
See you.
See you.
Of course, I was nervous. Traveling outside of your own country, away from your family, all on your own. It was nerve-wracking, but because I trusted FLYMEDI, I trusted my agent, and I trusted their judgment. And I've talked to them for long months before I decided to come. I was actually excited, scared, but at the same time, just ready. I was ready to go ahead and do it.
Alright, I came into the hospital. After my consultation with the doctor, everything went great. He definitely understood what I want. And now we're at the hospital. I changed into my surgery clothes and I'm gonna get a blood test done and then we're gonna head up to surgery.
Surgery is sleepy. I was just sleepy. I was tired. I was also nervous because I really wanted to see how it looked like, but you can't, of course, because you had all the bandage and the cast. But I was relieved that it went well. I had my doctor beside me. He made sure to comfort me and to let me know everything went well. So it was a mixture of being relieved, being nervous, and just tired. My recovery was, I believe, just exceptional. I think it was something very special just because it was so easy, so painless. Except for the, standard swelling and the bruising, I did not feel any pain. I started breathing probably a day or two after surgery. I was breathing normally from my nose. I didn't have any nosebleeds, nothing from what I read before, and all the precautions, things they tell you. I've had the most easygoing, perfect, I would say, recovery that I even thought that I didn't have anything done. But yeah, it was perfect for me. I didn't have any pain. I didn't have any nosebleeds. It was just like the looks didn't look so good because you'd had the swelling and then you have the bruising, but it goes away after a week, so I was completely fine. It was perfect. A smaller nose. So better nose, that's for sure. And more confident, I would say. I'm definitely more confident than I used to be. I never liked my nose since the age of 10 probably. And I used to always Photoshop it. I used to cover it. I didn't want anybody to take pictures of me on the side. Now, I'm letting it all out. You can take pictures up, down, I don't care. It's just more confident in my body. When I look in the mirror, I'm like, you're pretty. I just like what I see. And I would just say happier with myself, happier with how I look, and more confident, definitely. So my number one advice is use FLYMEDI. And the second one is just do your research, choose somebody you are more comfortable with. You will get to talk to your doctors, you will get to interact with them. You can, have multiple consultations in the beginning. Just be patient, do your research, don't feel pressured, and just trust your gut because, it works. Thanks to FLYMEDI, I was able to have my rhinoplasty and my deviated septum fixed. I am very thankful and very grateful to them. I wouldn't be here talking in this video if it wasn't for their help and their guidance. And yeah, I'm very grateful. Thank you.